Offensive rebound, but lost it along the baseline, and so the Rockets leading 2-0 in the game's opening minute will have the ball for the second time. These are the two teams in the NBA with the most three-point field goals. Vernon Maxwell. They say the Rockets, Steve, can go from bricklayers to grave diggers. Some nights they can't put anything down from the outside, and other nights they'll dig you a grave and put you in, as Clyde Drexler scores, and it's now 4-2 Houston.
But they have the freedom to continue to shoot the ball. The backcourt does not sense or feel pressure as they have in the past. So Maxwell is a guy that will go 9 for 22 one night, then come back with a 45-point effort and 8 of 12 from the three-point line, hits a second shot.
Vernon Maxwell averaging 17 points a game, shooting 34% from three-point range and 41% overall. Clyde.
One of the ways that you contain a Maxwell is with a player like Drexler, keeping him busy. Maxwell will get in foul trouble. The Rockets run.
Buck Johnson fouled on the drive. It is on Buck Williams. It is the first foul of the ball game.
One that Buck Williams wishes that they didn't call. It looked as though there was no contact early in the ball game, but that's what happens when you get a challenging offensive player, and Portland will have to come back with that kind of aggressiveness at the offensive end themselves.
Among the elite teams in the NBA, these are two clubs that struggle at the line, both sub 75%. Got a good look at Buck Williams, who in the last 10 days has been on a rebounding tear. Buck Johnson pushes Houston in front by 5 at 7-2. 10:15 to go, quarter number 1. Percy all the way to the basket and powers it home.
That's the way you attack pressure defense. You get to the rim as quickly as you can before Olajuwon can get back and help off the ball.
Rockets leading by 3. 2 minutes gone in the quarter. Olajuwon. Rebound, Buck Williams. Duckworth leads the field. Floor reverse to Drexler. No foul called. Clyde is down. Now the foul in backcourt. It's Kevin Duckworth. Second team foul on the Trailblazers.
That's the play that they wanted for Drexler, down on the box, and as he comes in, gets bodied by Olajuwon, but gets no whistle. That's the night it's going to be. Then you have to tighten up emotionally.
Maxwell for 3. Vernon Maxwell has made his first 3 shots. He has 7 points, and the Rockets lead 10-4. Rockets 4 of 5 shooting, and the Blazers are 2 of 6. Percy. Rebound, Vernon Maxwell. Lead, Kenny Smith. Hakeem knocked away by Jerome. Kenny Smith for 3. Rebound, Buck Johnson. Smith drive, lost the ball. Overthrown pass to Porter by Buck Williams. Vernon Maxwell picked up by Jerome. Hakeem. Buck Johnson knocked it away from Drexler and out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. 8:40 left opening period. Houston leading 10-4. Blazer coach Rick Adelman looking on.
Good fake by Duckworth to get Olajuwon off the air. Both teams now doing a good job in the hustle area, keeping the ball alive. Buck Williams goes in. But you can see the difference in the Houston Rockets is in the area of effort, where they try to do the things that will make them a better team. Olajuwon late with this one. He's always chased a lot of balls. They come up with a delay of game after the goaltend.
A 4-point Houston lead. Rockets in the month of March went 14-1, one of the best records in the history of the NBA. During that month, they held their opponents to sub 45% shooting and 99 points a game. Buck Johnson. 12-6, 6-point lead for Houston. Duckworth with Olajuwon and the double by Otis Thorpe. The open man, Terry Porter for 3. offensive rebound. Good pressure by Olajuwon. Duckworth inside, shot blocked by Hakeem. Maxwell. 8-point Houston lead. Maxwell is 4 for 4 and has 9 points.
Well, Maxwell's on fire right now. What Portland has to do is score the ball. They come back to Duckworth.
Blocked by Olajuwon, fouled by Williams. No foul called. Rockets rebound. It's Hakeem again. And the fans here are on their feet already. Maxwell feels it. First miss. Rebound Kersey. Blazers in transition. Cutters both sides. Drexler is fouled on the drive by Olajuwon. We go to our first timeout. 5 minutes gone. Houston leading Portland by 8.
Will give effort, and it proves to be a win, and they're willing to continue to give that kind of positive energy.
No substitutions for either team. Olajuwon from the outside. Houston is 7 for 11 shooting, and the Trailblazers 3 of 13. Mike Melchiori, our statistician tonight, his father Ray is the Houston trainer.
The one thing that Portland has to do is just weather this hot streak that the Rockets have thrown at them right now. They can't give them easy transition opportunities. Kersey with a good block.
There is no shortage of marvelous athletes on the floor tonight for both teams. Watch this.
Maxwell on the drive makes a change, and Kersey flying in at the end makes a save for Portland.
Buck Johnson. Vernon Maxwell.
Maxwell will cool, and when he does, you've got to be ready to rebound the ball. Big rebound, Olajuwon.
Hakeem lost his goggles. Doesn't know where they are right now, but official Danny Crawford picks them up. Terry Porter by Maxwell.
You see Maxwell run at Terry Porter. That's something that has been part of their success in part of defense, in that they're challenging every single shot with somebody flying. Porter with good pressure and presence nails the shot.
Halfway through the opening period, Houston leading Portland by half a dozen. Olajuwon. Excellent passing to a spinning Buck Johnson. Won't fall. A rebound to Kevin Duckworth. Drexler over a former college teammate Olajuwon for his 6th point. And it's 16-12. Blazers are within 4.
Looking for a pick and roll, and Thorpe was trying to roll inside. They finally get him.
Blazers come with weak side help. Foul is on Otis Thorpe as Portland gets the rebound. First foul on Otis Thorpe. Second team foul on the Rockets.
You can see Otis Thorpe, and you can't believe, and he can't believe that he missed that. And instead of jamming it, he just kind of laid it in as he was right at point-blank range. It spooned out, and then trying to get the rebound, he fouls Jerome Kersey.
First substitution of the ball game. The Rockets bring in number 13, Larry Smith, Mr. Mean. At 33, his career's been resurrected.
And Duckworth has got to be able to score against Larry Smith, and all he has to do is take his time. Smith knocks it away.
There he is, 251 pounds out of Alcorn State, and also went back this past summer, Steve, and got his master's degree in business administration at age 33. Terry Porter. That is a 2-point field goal. Foot was on the line. Second basket for Terry Porter, and the margin is now down to 2 as the Blazers begin to steady this game. We could be in for a wire-to-wire shootout in South Texas.
There's a pick and roll, and that's part of the play that developed when Hakeem was not there. The Trailblazers react very well this time. Deflect the basketball, shot clock at 8.
Key to stopping the pick and roll, or at least breaking it up.
You've got to force them to make a decision early with the basketball, and if you're the guy that's being screened, you got to get help and make the dribbler pick up the dribble. Another pick and roll.
Otis Thorpe. In the last month, Otis Thorpe averaging 20 points, 11 rebounds, and shooting 58% from the field. He's been sensational. A 4-point Houston lead. Buck Williams, Otis Thorpe. followed by Clyde Drexler. And Clyde has 8 in the quarter. 18-16. Early in his career, Clyde did not have strong ball games here. In the last few years, he has played much better in his hometown.
Gotten used to coming home, and that takes a little time.
Kenny Smith for 3. 21-16, Houston by 5. Terry Porter for 3. And answers. 7 for Porter, 8 for Drexler, 15 for the Blazers starting backcourt. Houston's lead is 2.
Now they'll come with another screen as they try to free up Thorpe again. That's where you've got to try to react to the basketball. Rockets rotate.
Drive and dish. Vernon Maxwell spins out. Foul on the rebound. It is on Larry Smith, his first.
Smith reacting. He knew he got caught with his hands in the cookie jar. That right in the back of Kevin Duckworth with the push. And why is Larry Smith out there? To rebound and defend. They've got to make him pay at the defensive end, as Duckworth should be able to use his size and bulk against it.
Cold on the floor. Vernon Maxwell made his first 4 shots, has missed his last 4. Drexler. Long rebound. Right past Kenny Smith. Great recognition by Vernon Maxwell for the assist. Smith 5 points and 7 early assists. Duckworth gets Buck Johnson up in the air, draws the foul. 2:38 to play, first quarter. Timeout on the floor. Houston 23, Portland 19. The Blazers starting 5.
Early offensive success for Maxwell has cooled off. He made his first 4 shots and hasn't made one since then. Near turnover.
Duckworth. Long rebound. It's Buck Williams. Buck scores his second field goal, and we are deadlocked at 23. Coming up on 2 minutes to go, quarter number 1. Third meeting of the year, Portland and Houston. They played on opening night at the Coliseum. Blazers won it by 1. And then the teams played again right after Akeem's injury, and the Blazers blew the Rockets away.
Well, they did a good job the first time of keeping Thorpe from setting the screen, but they come back to the play. And again, that is their staple. Without Olajuwon out on the floor due to the injury, they developed this game plan for the guards and Otis Thorpe. They get Thorpe going to the basket, and they draw the foul. Olajuwon is the one that suffers the most in this offense because he doesn't know how to pick and roll. He knows nothing about setting the screen or rolling to the hoop. He knows how to play down on the box, and he's outstanding at that.
Let's pause here 5 seconds for station identification. You're watching the Trailblazer Television Network. With just under 2 minutes left in the opening quarter, Blazers make their first substitution. Cliff Robinson will come in and replace Buck Williams. Williams leading with 4 points, 3 rebounds. Otis Thorpe missing both free throws, and we are still tied at 23. Pat Lafferty, Steve Jones, delighted you're with us here at the Summit in Houston, Texas. Tomorrow night, Blazers in San Antonio. Clyde Drexler. Over Maxwell. Spins off to Otis Thorpe. Smith to Buck Johnson. And like Portland, the ball Houston can push the ball up the floor extremely well when they want.
Well, the thing that the Houston Rockets have done now is get a better idea of how to run the break. Porter for 3.
Rebound, Otis Thorpe. Deep to Kenny Smith. Over Porter. Terry might have gotten a finger on that shot. Clyde with the rebound, and Drexler comes up against Maxwell. Robinson, deep shot over Smith, and banks it home from straight away.
The crowd says lucky. Cliff doesn't care. It comes out the bottom of the net. But that's the kind of shot that the Rockets would like to see him take, a quick perimeter shot. Fortunately for Cliff, it went down.
Tied at 25. Game clock on your screen. Otis Thorpe double. Forced it up. No foul call. Don Chaney wanted a call. So did Thorpe.
That also tells you the officials are not going to bail you out when you're trying to make up a shot, and that's what Thorpe was trying to do. Kersey. Olajuwon, Smith knocked that one away.
Danny Ainge will come in for the Trailblazers. And with 21 seconds left in the quarter, he'll replace Jerome Kersey. Shot clock is now off, and the Trailblazers will hold for the final shot, tied with Houston at 25. White has standout three-point shooters on both wings.
The Rockets want to keep Drexler from getting down the lane. They don't. He gets all the way to the rim.
10 in the quarter for Clyde. Portland leads by 2. Counts if it goes, and it does not. 1 quarter complete from the Summit in Houston. The Trailblazers lead the Rockets.
Both coaches have gone deep into their bench.
Walter Davis now on the floor for the Trailblazers. Starters on the floor for Portland are Terry Porter and Kevin Duckworth. Ames and Robinson also in off the bench. Shot by Duckworth. Took lessons from Cliff Robinson.
That's the sweet spot. They can keep straight away and off the glass.
If we had another one of those tonight, I'll buy you dinner. Sleepy Floyd. 30-29, Rockets lead by 1. Rockets now with Olajuwon and Smith both in the game, and Otis Thorpe gets his first rest. Smith and Floyd the backcourt, and Buck Johnson stays at small forward. Robinson traveled with the ball.
At the offensive end, Sleepy Floyd game resurrected itself when Olajuwon went down. He got a chance to get to be a part of the team again. When he was forced to be the sixth man, he really didn't adjust to it emotionally. Now he has, and he's given them some huge games in this big winning streak.
Kenny Smith for 3. He's got it. 8 points for Kenny Smith. 33-29. These teams rank 1 and 2 in most three-pointers made on the season. They've combined for 600 three-point field goals. Davis misses his first shot. Rebound Olajuwon, outlet Kenny Smith. Cat quick, Smith. Robinson knocked the ball away. And the ball belongs to the Houston Rockets.
You can see this is a game where you need your firepower, and you've got to be able to make your shots, and when you miss, you've got to rebound the ball and run it the other way.
It's Floyd. Rebound to Davis. Blazers in transition. Danny Ainge and Sleepy Floyd. Kevin 0 for 5 from the field. Ainge. Yes. 33-31, 2-point ball game, 9:45. Buck Johnson.
Larry Smith again, hands in the back, a little nudge on Terry Porter as Porter will go down. Danny Young comes in the ball game. Second personal against Mr. Mean.
33-31, Rockets as you see. 9.5 minutes to go first half. Blazers in San Antonio live tomorrow night. Will be on the air at 5:30. Ainge. Well off the mark. Rebound Olajuwon. He's averaging 14 rebounds a game.
Pick and roll with Smith. Normally they don't hit him going to the basket. Occasionally they'll find him inside open.
Olajuwon. Larry Smith, his spot. Oh, 35-31. Rockets by 4. 9 minutes left. Quarter number 2. Danny Young now in the ball game for the Blazers. First appearance. Terry Porter getting the rest.
Olajuwon is subject to fouls, and if Duckworth can settle down and he gets that shot there, he'll not only get a chance to score, but he may get Olajuwon in foul trouble.
Kevin now 2 of 7 from the field and a team high 5 rebounds. Olajuwon 8 rebounds.
Now that's his office right in there, and if he can get that kind of shot, he is deadly. But you've got to force him to try to get into that pick and roll game where he's uncomfortable.
Robinson. So Cliff off to a solid start. It's 37-35. Very entertaining game. Late arriving crowd, almost a theater crowd like there was a prelim act, but they are packed in here now. steal. Danny Young couldn't hold on. Danny Young, his ball handling has been solid, but his shooting has been on vacation for the last 2 months, sub 30%. There you see Vancouver, Washington's David Wood.
And David Wood is the guy that Don Chaney says plays in the sewer, and he's the guy that gives them all kind of effort and energy out there on the floor, particularly at the defensive end. He's a designated double teamer. He'll go to the glass. Occasionally he'll make a shot, but they're looking for him to just make some hustle plays. Shot clock violation.
37-35. Rockets leading by 2. 7:45 left, first half, and there's Don Chaney. It's amazing how fortunes in this league can change in 60 days.
Also in a year, I mean, when he was the coach of the Clippers, he struggled, and you come back and you get a fairly decent team, it can make you look very good. Walt Davis.
Rebound, Cliff Robinson. Over Smith. Rebound, Larry Smith. He's not exactly Kenny Smith in the middle of the break and throws it away.
The amazing thing, though, is they practice that in their regular scrimmages. Larry Smith somehow ends up in the middle, and he's a guy that will make an assist occasionally out on the wing. Led David Wood too much that time.
Otis Thorpe is back in for the Rockets and replaces Larry Smith. Robinson and Thorpe.
Cliff Robinson got to try to get inside, draws the foul. Kenny Smith. Cliff gets Otis Thorpe up. Smith reached in, the whistle, but they say before the shot. See Kenny Smith grab before he got his hands up and in the air.
Second team foul on the Rockets. Blazers without a team foul through 5 minutes in this second quarter. Ainge finds an open Danny Young. Tough roll. Rebound. Otis Thorpe. Rockets have 3 men averaging 9 or better rebounds a game. Hakeem misses. Rebound Kevin Duckworth. Ainge open inside the three-point line. Rebound swept off by Hakeem Olajuwon. It is his 9th rebound. Kevin Duckworth has 6, so both centers attacking the glass. Floyd. Danny Ainge. Long lead to Davis. Glides to forecourt. Missed the shot. Rebound Olajuwon again.
Even though Davis and Ainge have missed shots, they've got to continue to shoot those when they come up. Maxwell.
Showtime shot, and that's the one you'll see on the highlights on the 11 o'clock news tonight.
Both teams want to stretch without really getting the ball to go down. Maxwell does, and it gives the Rockets a 4-point advantage.
5:40 to play, first half. Davis to Robinson, splits the defense, lost control of the ball. Floyd slides up court, is bumped by Danny Young. Return to the lineup along with Robinson, Ainge, and Young. Sleepy Floyd, Otis Thorpe, pick and roll, the double team. David Wood in the middle, Maxwell on the ring. Three-pointer spins out, rebound Buck Williams. Drexler by Maxwell, finds the cutter. Robinson can't finish. Olajuwon, another rebound. It is his 11th rebound. Maxwell. Vernon is not shy. He has 13 points.
That's the thing that has made Maxwell a good player for them, that he doesn't get discouraged at the offensive end. He will continue to put the ball in the air, and that's why he's had 17, 18-point quarters for them.
Robinson. Buck Williams, foul on the way back up. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. Foul, I believe, on David Wood.
We talked about David Wood being a hustle guy and trying to do all of those effort things. You see him come from the dotted line in the key area, trying to make a block from the rear that will put Buck Williams on the line.
Buck at the stripe to shoot 2 with 4:34 left in the first half. Elijah Robinson.
You want Elijah to go to that jump shot. Try to keep him off the glass if you can. Drexler chases it down.
Clyde left it for the trailer, Terry Porter, and outside Hakeem Olajuwon. Reaching foul, his second personal. Jerome Kersey returns to the Blazer lineup, replacing Danny Ainge.
Those are the kinds of plays that get Olajuwon in foul trouble and concern Don Chaney, because he will try to make a steal, and you'll see the big cat try to reach out there and slap that one away, and that's what you got to try to do against him. Challenge him. Maxwell.
With Kessler back. Shot is missed. Foul is called. Jim Kinsey makes the call on Clyde. It'll be his second. He is the first Blazer. Correction, second Blazer to get 2 fouls. Jerome the other.
Scored 8 points so far, so they've got to get some offensive work done. They've done a pretty good job defensively against Olajuwon, as Took Robinson gets a piece of that.
Rebound to Jerome Kersey. There have been a lot of rebounds available in this quarter. Kersey coming off of a great month to March. Will they call that goaltending? No. Still on the way up, said Jack Madden. Rick Adelman not happy with the call. Kevin Duckworth ready to come back in. He'll replace Cliff Robinson.
See this ball going up, still going up as Olajuwon gets it. And the thing about Olajuwon is he does get up quickly, and his extension is extremely good. So a lot of times you feel like it's a goaltend, and it isn't.
In the last month, Jerome has been sensational. 20-point scoring average, and has shot 57% from the floor.
Slow start for him, so the Trailblazers would hope that he can continue that kind of play and get rolling either here in this last 3 minutes or have a big second half.
At 21 in the Blazers win against Dallas 2 nights ago. 5-point lead for Houston. Maxwell over the top, and literally over the top of the backboard. This with 3:16 to go here in quarter number 2. Blazer win on the road tonight would be the team's 26th. They already have a franchise record 25. Set that in Dallas Sunday. Clyde. Finger roll off to David Wood. Long lead to Maxwell. And we've got a foul called on Sleepy Floyd, holding up Terry Porter, who was coming back to try and block the shot. We go to a timeout. 3 minutes to play first half. 5-point game. That basket does not count.
Process got caught.
Rockets extending the defense. Floyd with Porter. Floyd and Porter going to war. Knocked away by Olajuwon. Vernon Maxwell. Knocked away by Kersey. Foul Jerome. Question now is whether Danny Crawford will call this 2 shots plus possession.
The reactions by Rick Adelman and the Trailblazers were caused by this play right here. They call it a clear path to the hoop, which results in Maxwell getting a free throw.
Two shots plus possession for the Rockets. And that is the new ruling. They have to go first half. Smith. Kenny Smith, 2-point basket. So a 4-point Houston play. Buck Williams. Nice play. Williams with 7, and it's 45-39, 6-point ball game as we close in on the 2-minute mark.
And coming down the final 2 minutes, the Trailblazers just want to stay close and find a rhythm and begin to score the ball as the Rockets think that they have found a way.
Otis Thorpe missed inside at point-blank range, and the ball goes to the Blazers. A Portland basket would make it a 4-point game. Drexler. Rebound. Clyde has got it. Inside. Heavy traffic. Draws the foul. Buck Johnson called for the foul. His second.
Drexler making an adjustment off the dribble and in the air gets the whistle against Buck Johnson, but this is a very physical game as Olajuwon again tries to make a play on the ball. He will be out high and in that position, and whenever you see him, you got to try to make him reach for the ball. If he does go by him, you might get that foul.
45-39, 45-40, 11 for Clyde, his first point of the second quarter. Portland led 27-25 after 1. Blazers have only 13 in this quarter. Rockets have scored 20.
See, that's where Olajuwon doesn't really understand where he's supposed to be on the pick and roll. Should have been going to the hoop, kind of faded out to the side. Buck Johnson turned that one over.
Porter to Drexler. Entry pass Kersey.
Good adjustment by Jerome. Caught Olajuwon right at the basket, but flat-footed, put it right up over him. They score there within 3.
And a Houston 22nd timeout with 1:13 to play in the first half. Portland has battled back to within 3. The Houston Rockets were a 19-18 team when it came 11 for Clyde Drexler to lead Portland. Kenny Smith for 3 again. Tough roll for Smith and a Kersey rebound. Drexler hits the cutter. Duckworth back away. Quick hands. Hakeem Olajuwon. Technical foul call. Clyde has to be careful. He's been ejected 4 times this year.
Drexler was upset about the fact that they didn't score on the play and may have been talking more to himself, but again, the quick hands of Olajuwon, he got a piece of the arm of Duckworth.
Kenny Smith to shoot the technical free throw. He is the best free throw shooter among the starters at 84%, the only starter over 80. 46-42, Houston, 53 seconds to go, first half. Coming up at halftime, highlights, stats, special feature, and Blazer mid-game. So stay with us.
This is a game in which Drexler has to maintain his presence and poise. They're going to need his ability out on the floor to make things happen.
And Duckworth is fouled by Olajuwon, and that is the 3rd foul on Hakeem, and a big call.
There's a technical foul against Vernon Maxwell, so you know that the officials are going to be calling quick tees tonight. You got to watch what you say, but there's no question that Olajuwon does get a piece of him. He tried to avoid it, but he got him across the arm on the way down.
Terry Porter will shoot the technical free throw, and Porter 81% on the year, the only Blazers starter over 80%.
In a game like this where emotions run high and both teams want the game, the coaches have to tell their players to watch what and when they say and how they react to the officials' call. And Smith is back in the ball game. Olajuwon sits down with the 3-person.
Update on our computer line fast stats. And there have been rebounds aplenty tonight. Team rebounding, Blazers 25 and the Rockets 24. Olajuwon on the bench. Duckworth at the line. Kevin makes 1 of 2, has 7 in the ball game. 46-44, 2-point game. Kenny Smith. Larry Smith. Rockets by 4.
Well, the defense collapsed and reacted to the drive, and that allowed Larry Smith to do what he does very well. Rebound inside. Buck Williams, end of score and foul.
excellent job by Terry Porter, who attacked the basket very quickly, and watch the entry.
You see they double up and the ball comes inside. A late reaction by Buck Johnson. He grabs Buck Williams across the arm. Strong effort by Buck Williams. That's going to get David Wood in the ball game. Cliff Robinson joins the fray for the Trailblazers. Duckworth sits down.
And Buck Johnson joins Hakeem Olajuwon as frontline starters for the Rockets with 3 personal fouls. Game clock and shot clock separated by about a second and a half. Rockets in spread court. Blazers pressuring. Houston almost turns the ball over. Wood in trouble.
Shot clock at 2. Travel.
And the Trailblazers' excellent defensive pressure gives Portland the ball, and 4 seconds before the end of the half. Portland could call it 20 if they wanted to, but will not. Robinson to inbounds. Porter. Drexler beats the buzzer. It is halftime at the Summit in Houston. The teams go to the locker room with the Trailblazers down 1, 48-47. Blazer mid-game coming up next.
Offensive rebound, and you try to keep Olajuwon and Smith from getting second opportunities. Hakeem, who had just trouble scoring from the field but was very active, knocked that one down. The Rockets also like to run. They get possession of the ball instead of 2 free throws in possession of the ball.
But they did call it's on the box score as a flagrant.
Yeah, what? Well, in the ball game, we're able to attack the basket with Jerome Kersey as he goes right in, and that's what Portland does best, is get that high percentage opportunity in an open court situation. What the Rockets do as well as anyone is rely on the interior defense of Hakeem Olajuwon. He snuffs the first one, makes Buck Williams take a tough shot, and then comes back in and rebounds the basketball. The Rockets' success was built on the pick and roll, and Otis Thorpe is a guy that has flourished because of it. In 7:20 to go, there was Otis Thorpe rolling to the basket, scoring. At the end of the first quarter, the Trailblazers had a chance to take the lead, and they rode the shoulders of Drexler, who had 10 1/4, scoring against Buck Johnson. With 9 minutes left, Mr. Mean doing what he does best, but Olajuwon doing what he does better. Offensive rebound, and he caps that one down. The questionable call of the ball game. Was this a clear pass to the hoop or a flagrant foul? The officials called a flagrant foul. That means they get 2 shots and possession versus 1 shot and possession. The Trailblazers have a 1-point advantage. They're down by 1.
Let's take a look at our Computerland stats board.
Leading scorers, Maxwell and Drexler. They ended the first quarter that way. Maxwell came back with a better second quarter for the Houston Rockets. Leading rebounders, Duckworth had a strong opening period. Olajuwon, with 2 good periods, is in double figures. Field goal shooting. Both teams not shooting well, but been very active. Portland 37, the Rockets 41. Portland has done a better job at the line, the backcourts. The
of the NBA. During the time he was sidelined with the injury, he added the H to his first name, and it is now spelled Hakeem. And he says that is the traditional spelling of his first name.
Oh, in another 2 years, he'll have something new and interesting for us. But we now know that there's an interpretation that says he's a wise man, and it is a wise man that gets in line as his team has had a great deal of success, and he's taken a page out of that. No goggles to start the second half for Olajuwon.
Otis Thorpe inside, and there's a patient man as well. Waits for the defense to come down, and Thorpe goes up. He has 6 points. Rockets lead by 3.
All of his hoops have come from the pick and roll. Kersey.
Ball is loose. Rockets have it. In traffic. Outlet. Kenny Smith. Otis Thorpe. And Houston jump-starts the third quarter. The lead is 5 with 11:10 to go in the period. Remember, Olajuwon with 3 fouls. Room for Duckworth to maneuver. Foul is called. Is it on Hakeem? No. The helper, Vernon Maxwell, his first.
Whenever Kevin Duckworth gets in this position, for the rest of the game, he should try to come inside as often as he can to keep pressure on Olajuwon. Olajuwon's going to go for blocks. He's going to go for steals.
Houston rebound. Olajuwon his 12th of the ball game. Rockets up 4. Portland, San Antonio tomorrow night will be on the air live at 5:30. Kenny Smith, 13 for Smith, 15 for Maxwell. That's 28 out of the starting backcourt for the Rockets. Terry for 3. Olajuwon. Boy, he has been a vacuum cleaner under the glass tonight. 3-point try. Vernon Maxwell. 9-1 to start the quarter. Rick Adelman calls the play from the sideline.
Well, the Trailblazers withstood a quick start by the Rockets in period number 1. They'll have to do the same thing here, but they've got to continue to score themselves. Good movement. Buck Williams to the hoop.
Pass and cut. Buck Williams has a dozen. Since recovering from that strained groin muscle, Buck has played very well. A lot of double-doubles. Buck Johnson misses. Good screen off by Duckworth for the rebound. 57-50 Houston. 10 minutes to go, third quarter. Person. Tough roll. Jerome down. 3-on-1 break. Kenny Smith.
You can't gamble in the backcourt, and Kevin Duckworth thought he could make a steal on the ball. They should have gotten back. That allowed the Rockets to get into transition and score easily.
We'll see if the Blazers try and attack Hakeem.
Porter wide open for 3.
His spot. Rebound again, number 34. Olajuwon, 14 rebounds. Maxwell for 3. Long rebound. Percy's got it with Clyde. Clyde's long reach and big hands saved the turnover. He just barely pulled that ball back with his fingertips. Houston's lead 7. 9 minutes to go, third quarter.
Again, the Rockets will pull that trigger quickly from the perimeter, but you've got to be ready to rebound the ball and transition back the other way. If you don't, they'll get a second shot.
Blocking foul called. Kevin Duckworth. It'll be Kevin's second personal foul.
Maxwell looks as though he gets himself up in the air and has really no place to go. Comes down on the shoulders of Duckworth, but he gets to the line.
Maxwell looking for his 19th point. What was wrong with the mix in San Antonio? Why has it worked for Don Chaney and $1,000 a year here, and at one time almost threatened to leave the team unless he got a renegotiated deal? Clyde for 3. Rebound. Olajuwon had it and lost it. Here's Maxwell again. Carried the ball. No, foul Jerome Percy. The basket does not. 61-52.
What Portland has to remember is they're not going to get it all back and get it all back quickly. And if they will just continue to move themselves and move the ball, the Rockets will give them chances to score. Porter.
Off the glass, goaltender. Olajuwon blocked it as it had come off the glass.
The whistles have been late, but it is a correct call as Olajuwon again showing tremendous quickness and reaction coming from back at the dotted line to get to this ball just as it comes off the window.
2 great replays.
Offensive foul, Olajuwon. That is 4.
Huge call. It comes with 7:56 to go in the third quarter.
Now, Chaney is standing and looking, but he's got to make a decision. And what you want to do right now is go back to Kevin Duckworth, try to get 5. You want to get that ball inside to Duckworth, make Olajuwon, try to make a play on the ball before they can get Larry Smith in the game.
Pass to the cutter. Shot is blocked. Duckworth again. Lost the ball. Had Olajuwon with him.
Got to get a shot in the air. Shot clock at 5. They don't take advantage of that.
Buck Johnson scores and draws the foul. Huge swing. Blazers don't get it. Houston does. Timeout. Houston lead. We have 7:20 to play in the third quarter. Rockets up by 10. 2 hottest teams in the league. Drexler drives. Bunt is down and fouled. Vernon Maxwell. Foul is called on the pass off, not the shot. Second team foul on the Rockets. Blazers have 3.
Rick Adelman says to him 2 shots, and Jack Madden says with pass off. Rick said, how could you tell? But with Olajuwon out of the ball game, you've got to try to get very aggressive in attacking the basket. Portland's got to try to make some high percentage opportunities and take advantage of the middle being open.
Larry Smith is now in for Olajuwon on the bench with 4 fouls. Lead, Buck Johnson. Walk or foul? Foul is called on Clyde Drexler. 3rd foul on Drexler.
With Buck Johnson, he's a slashing, driving type of player. You've got to know that he wants to try to get to the rim, try to force him to pull up. You can see right there, he's trying to attack and get inside. And Drexler, with hands all over him, picks up the personal.
72% at the line on the year. Like a lot of fine collegiate late in the ball game. 12 points. Double team. Ball knocked away. It'll be off Buck Johnson. Portland ball. The shot clock at 14. Blazers need to remember that.
The crowd responds to the effort that the Rockets made defensively. Don Chaney wanted to pressure again. They don't get it. The Trailblazers have to use some time, but they've got to get a shot.
Shot clock at 4. Entry pass. Great pass by Drexler, and Kersey converts. 7 for Jerome. Marvelous pass by Clyde Drexler. 10-point Houston lead almost halfway through the 3rd quarter.
Now Buck Johnson trying to create off the dribble. Steal.
Knocked away by Porter. Loose on the floor. Maxwell is down. And Porter solo.
All kinds of bodies down back there. Maxwell slow getting up. Smith was down as Maxwell is limping off, and that's going to force a timeout by the Rockets.
Houston leading Portland by 8. And Larry Smith, the man in the middle.
With this group, you can expect him to do a lot of pick and rolls. Buck Johnson misses. Foul, Larry Smith.
And Larry is hurt. Third foul on Larry Smith. Jammed a finger or maybe sprained a wrist, but he's extending that hand now and trying to get the pain to go away. Mr. Mean, though, will not come out. Terry Porter open on the side and buries it. 6 in the quarter, 14 in the game for Terry Porter.
Crowd, knowing that the lead has been cut to 6, urges the Rockets on. Smith committed himself. Lucky to find Buck Johnson, who turns it over. No, they give it back.
Blazers have scored the last 6 points in the ball game. Rockets had led by 12 at 66-54. We have 5.5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Houston tonight, San Antonio tomorrow night, the last game of a 6-game road trip. Otis Thorpe, wild shot, rebound. Larry Smith can't finish. Blazer rebound. Buck Williams. 6 rebounds for Williams and Kersey, 7 for Duckworth on the Blazer front line. Porter all the way in. Can't score. Rebound, Mr. Mean.
Well, the indecision by Porter caused that miss, and then a gamble by Drexler turned the Rockets loose. Kenny Smith scores.
17 for Smith and 20 for Vernon Maxwell. Rockets backcourt is at a big scoring night. Porter with Smith. Duck comes out to help. Porter for 3. Online. No. Short. Follow. Kersey won't go. Buck tracks it down. Reach in. Buck Johnson. Foul is his 4th. Big call. Jack Madden made it. 8-point game. 4:24 to play, 3rd quarter.
Again, with the middle open, what the Trailblazers want to try to do is have some ball movement so that they can get some opportunities going to the hoop.
Thorpe. Offensive foul, Otis Thorpe. And the fans at the Summit, 16,279, are up in arms over this call. David Wood into the ball game for the Rockets. Don Chaney walks the sidelines with words for Jack Madden. Rick Adelman watching his Trailblazer offense set in front of him. 8-point game. Double on Buck. Great pass. Drexler scores and draws the foul. Superb offensive execution.
Duckworth finally got control of the ball, and a quick pass to Kersey and a quicker pass inside to Clyde Drexler, and that will get Drexler back at the foul line with the chance for a three-point play as Otis Thorpe gets that incidental contact and crashes into him.
We go to a timeout. Have outscored the Rockets 9-2, and the margin is 5.
Whenever the Rockets get in trouble, they come back to their guards in a pick-and-roll situation. David Wood.
Drive the baseline. Help from the inside, blocks the shot. Williams has the loose ball. Drexler, Porter. Kersey on Thorpe. Score! A three-point game with 3:15 to go, third quarter. Don Chaney, Jack Madden. Watch this. It's on the sideline. They're going at it. Terry Porter will shoot the technical free throw. And in a moment, we'll show you the whole thing. The margin is 2.
And a good play to get to the ball. That's a lot like those plays Olajuwon makes with the quick hands. Portland comes back, attacking the other end. Jerome Kersey adjusting. That's where he wanted to call. Didn't get it. Then Don Chaney reacted.
Steal. Play is now back in. Outlet Kersey. Blazers look to tie. Terry Porter score, and we're deadlocked at 68. A 14-2 run by the Trailblazers. They've eaten away all of a 12-point lead. 3 minutes to go, third quarter. Tie down the loose furniture, put the dog outside. These clubs are going to war. David Wood for 3.
Big play, Duckworth, as he tipped that ball ahead.
Kersey. Drexler. And Portland takes the lead. 70-68. It has all happened in the last 4 minutes. 16-2 Blazer run.
Again, pick and roll, but the Rockets right now are a little bit confused and have become tentative at the offensive end. Maxwell for 3.
And finally, the spell is broken. 23 for Vernon Maxwell. Buck Williams is down. Foul called, Larry Smith. And I mean, he dished it out. 4th foul on Mr. Mean.
The crowd, a rowdy crowd, and the type that the officials are going to have to try to control in terms of throwing things out on the floor. I've seen a couple of objects come out of the crowd already. They want this game, but you can't allow them to throw things at the players or at the officials.
Free throw by Buck Williams. On
a foul on Buck Williams back the other way against Otis Thorpe. That will put the Houston Rockets in the penalty. The crowd applauds the call, but it has been the aggressive play that the Trailblazers have gotten the better of it. You'll see Buck Williams holding him up right there. You've got to allow the player a chance to move. Pretty easy call to make.
Foul was the second on Buck. And Otis Thorpe's free throw deadlocks our score at 72. Danny Ainge will come in, and hard-working Terry Porter will come out for a rest. Just over 2 minutes left to go, third quarter.
Porter's had an unusual game in that the first and third quarters he's been aggressive at the offensive end, and in the second quarter he was blank. He didn't shoot the ball.
And they just had the one free throw. 1-point ball game. Ainge in deep. Foul on Drexler. Drexler has now come on huge in the quarter with 9 and has 20 in the ball game. He is the leading scorer for Portland. His counterpart Maxwell tops the Rockets with 23. Wood can't score. Here's Clyde again. Ainge, Robinson, Buck scores. Fouled at post. And one thing we're seeing here in the quarter, Steve, is some wonderful passing by the Trailblazers and getting cutters to the hoop.
And you're also seeing aggression answered with aggression. The Trailblazers down because the Rockets were the aggressors early in the game. The Trailblazers have fought back. They've maintained their presence. And again, David Wood, who has to take some bad shots. And Chaney lives with them. Takes a couple.
7 in the ball game for Cliff Robinson. And the Blazers are up by 4. 23-7 on this run for Portland. Maxwell staggers inside, steal, Drexler again. Smith and Akeem back, flat on the way, scores! Bangs went traveling, but he did all the juggling of the ball while in the air. Marvelous athletic play by Clyde the Glide. That's why they call him the Glide.
Well, when you have that hang time, you can spend a little extra time. Thorpe misses Cliff Robinson. That one was going to be short, and that allows Otis Thorpe to get the ball and the hoop. You'll see Thorpe goes up. Now, he's committed himself to a tough shot. Didn't look like it was going to go in.
79-75, Portland, final minute, third quarter. What a ball game. Little appetizer for the playoffs coming up. Ainge. Yes. Danny Ainge. Blazers lead by 6. They have gone from 12 down again in the third quarter. This team is becoming the third quarter comeback kids of the NBA. Wood doesn't score, but will draw a trip to the line. The foul is on Buck Williams. It's his third. Sleepy Floyd comes back in. Wood has not scored tonight. Blazers up by 6. Game clock on your screen. Shot clock and game clock separated by 3 seconds.
Now they spread the floor. The guy that you got to be aware of is Olajuwon. So wherever he is, you got to look for his man. Cliff Robinson trying to squeeze it inside.
And Jerome finds an alley and scores. 11 in the game for Jerome. Ainge near steal and almost over press row. 2.5 seconds left, third quarter. Blazers leading by 8. We've seen a 20-point swing in the last 8 minutes. From 12 down to 8 up. Otis Thorpe goes long. Hakeem. And that's it. After 3 in Houston, it's Portland 83 and the Rockets 75.
Didn't like it here. They thought that they got the worst of the calls, but the Rockets were not reacting defensively. Portland attacked. They moved the ball. They moved themselves, and they took advantage of Olajuwon being out of the game. Cliff Robinson goes right to the hoop and gets a call. Otis Thorpe picks up foul number 4.
For the Rockets, 5 fouls on Larry Smith and 4 each on Akeem Olajuwon, Otis Thorpe, and Buck Johnson.
Now, the Rockets have had those leads evaporate very quickly, and again, you have to play the game. Wood for 3.
Still has not scored. Another rebound for Kevin Duckworth, his 9th of the night.
Davis seems confused, but he's got to be aggressive in attacking the basket whenever he's out on the floor. Cliff Robinson.
Rebound. Olajuwon. 15 rebounds, but only 6 points for Hakeem the Dream. Slappy Floyd. Wood struggling with the ball handler. Finds Hakeem.
See, the Rockets right now are very confused about what they want to do at the offensive end. This should be a shot clock violation.
Instead, they turn it over as the pass to find Slappy Floyd out of bounds. Buck Johnson will come in, and David Wood comes out.
When you have a team that's confused as the Rockets are, again, you want to try to get the highest scoring chances that you can. You've got Olajuwon out on the floor with 4 fouls. You want to try to come through Duckworth whenever you can, and when you don't, move the ball, move yourselves, and attack the basket. Don't settle for the quick perimeter shot.
Kersey.
That is what will happen.
The professor speaks. Hope you're taking notes. Rebound, Danny Ainge. Blazers in transition, have Duck deep. Davis slides to the open spot. Maxwell to help, blocks the shot. Thorpe in the middle. Oh, it's Thorpe. Show and go. 85-77. Blazers by 8. 10-10 to play in the game. Duckworth bumps, fakes. Maxwell, histrionics as the foul is called on Vernon, his third.
Rick Adelman saying a technical on this, but he also calls for a timeout. As you can see, Maxwell reach in. Now see, and now maybe it's not that he wanted a timeout. He was looking like he wanted a tee. Now there's some confusion as exactly what's going on. They don't call a timeout.
Sometimes when somebody signals, I want a tee, it looks like the old timeout call. And I think everybody was confused.
Well, the reason for Adelman signaling that is the reaction of Maxwell and Floyd. Both of the type where you'd say you're trying to show up the official, but nothing happened.
Well, Steve, it's the best imitation I've ever seen of the spinning logs at the Albany Timber Carnival. 9:56 to go in the game. It's 86-77 Portland. And Kevin Duckworth knocks down points 9 and 10. Blazer scoring leader Drexler 22, Porter 17 for the Rockets, 23 for Maxwell, 17 for Kenny Smith.
They're going to try to find Olajuwon if they can.
Floyd can't score but draws the foul. Duckworth guilty of his third personal foul.
Floyd is a very dangerous offensive player, and he's had some huge finishing quarters for the Rockets, and it's with these kind of plays. He fakes that first opportunity, comes in off balance, but enough.
Very capable of doing that. 9-point Blazer lead. Ainge and Floyd. Duckworth. Yes. 89-78. Foul is called. Danny Ainge. Buck Williams will come back in for Portland. Jerome Kersey will get a rest. His first of the second half.
Sleepy Floyd trying to say he was passing the ball. We'll see if they give him the opportunity to go to the line. Looked as though he said he was shooting. It looked as though he passed the ball after the whistle was blown.
2 team fouls on each club in the quarter. Blazers aggressive defensively. Thorpe slides through, lost the ball, tracks it down, and finds Maxwell. Floyd on the ring. Block, Buck Williams. Steal, Buck Williams.
And it's been this momentary loss of poise under the pressure by the Trailblazers that's put the Rockets in a hole. And Portland's got to continue to play that way. They've got to move the ball, move themselves. There'll be open shots.
Duckworth over Hakeem. Rebound. Otis Thorpe. Game story is on your screen as the Blazers try and win their 58th game. One shy of last year's franchise record, 59. Thorpe can't score. Rebound to Danny Ainge. Davis overthrows cutting Cliff Robinson, and the Rockets want timeout. 8:12 to play in the game. Portland leading Houston by 11.
That was the right play. Robinson was open, passed just a little bit too high.
'89-78, 11-point lead. Buck Johnson back in for Houston. Takes it to the rack, can't draw a basket. Rebound, Kevin Duckworth.
Duckworth has done an outstanding job rebounding at the defensive end. He's got 11 rebounds on the night, and what Portland's got to continue to do is keep offensive pressure on the Rockets. The Rockets are now in a reaching, grabbing kind of mentality. Walt Davis.
Yes. First basket of the night for Davis. And Rick Adelman leading the applause for the 36-year-old backcourt standout. He is now 1 of 5 from the field.
Well, if Walter Davis just continues to shoot the ball as they come back to the franchise and Olajuwon, and when Olajuwon can operate that deep and that low, he's going to get those kinds of results.
Hakeem has made only 4 of 12 shots tonight, has 8 points. Duckworth, block, Hakeem. Vernon Maxwell, 4-3. Rebound, Buck Johnson collides with Ainge. No foul, Buck scores. 91-82. And Rick Adelman will call timeout. 6:54 to play. Rockets trying to... Buck Williams and Jack Shallow.
What? Continue to challenge in a very tight Midwest Division race, and they could lose home court advantage should they not be able to come up with continued success.
Blazers leading by 9 as we go to the final 6:40 of the ball game. And Duckworth over Thorpe. Rebound Olajuwon.
That was the shot that they set up for him. They get Thorpe to crash in, so Thorpe out of control, picks up his 5th personal foul, which helps the Trailblazers, who had set up a perfect play for Duckworth at the other end, but he couldn't cash. You'll see Thorpe right here going strong right, never even looked to see where the defensive Terry Porter was. The baseline was open, and had he continued to go to the baseline, he probably could have stuffed it. What Portland doesn't want to do is stall at the offensive end. They want to continue to move themselves and look to score the basketball, even though they have an advantage.
Drive by Porter. Can't score. Rebound Olajuwon. 17 rebounds for Hakeem. Shot on the way. Floyd can't get it. This is not one of his hot nights. Sleepy is 1 for 5.
And Porter pounded his hands because he knows he missed a golden opportunity to put Portland back up by double digits, but Olajuwon's presence is what will cause those kinds of misses in close. Drexler has a mismatch. They try to slip him the ball and go through him, but I think against the smaller guards, that's always a place where Portland can score under pressure or force the defense to react to him.
9-point Blazer lead. Portland started this half going 16 minutes without a single turnover. And Houston has been a very aggressive defensive team with 3 on the shot clock. Buck misses, Duck rebounds. Hakeem, 4 fouls. Duck dribble the ball on the baseline.
Olajuwon, again, the quick hands caused that. The Trailblazers wanted a foul against Olajuwon as the bodies came together. You see a look at Jack Shallow.
He was upset with that call, and he had a great look. It happened right in front of him. Buck Johnson. The driver. 7-point game. 91-84, 5:20 to play.
Huge hoop by Buck Johnson, and that energizes the Rockets, and Portland's got to come back. And again, you got to have a score as the crowd is into the ball game.
Drexler won't go, but draws the foul. So Clyde, who was the star on the club in the 3rd quarter, takes it into his hands here.
Again, the baseline is always open. Olajuwon, with the foul, picks up his 5th personal foul. But his presence has changed the Portland interior attack, and that's what Don Chaney wanted to accomplish.
Blazers Trailblazers at the line tonight. 20 for 26. Houston 12 of 20. So in that key category, who's getting to the line the most? Who's attacking the basket and drawing fouls? Portland a +6 and about to go to a +8. First Blazer points in 3 minutes. Drexler with 24 on the night. Clyde's come up huge again tonight. The double on Akeem.
What Portland wants to try to do is force the ball out of his hands if they possibly can. He's starting to get a rhythm, and he's got 10 in the ball game, but 4 here, and they're going to come back in whenever they can.
7-point ball game. 4:45 left. Kevin, trouble on the dribble. Rebound Olajuwon, deep Floyd, Percy back. Locked out of bounds by Jerome.
All you can say in this ball game is that they are playing basketball tonight. As you'll see, Kersey come way from the rear to make the block. Olajuwon made a huge effort playing on the field.
Buck Johnson.
They don't. They should have dropped that ball off to him. He had the good position. Fortunately for Portland, who leads by 7, Buck Johnson shoots outside.
Second story rebound for Drexler. 24 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Clyde Drexler.
Olajuwon is most dangerous when he's off the ball, so Duckworth has got to be aware, trying to make himself available, and to get a travel on Drexler.
Good call, drag the pivot foot, 4 minutes to play. 93-86 Rockets ball. Center comparison, 12 points, 12 rebounds for Duckworth. 10 points, 18 rebounds for Olajuwon. Kevin's held his own tonight. Foul on Kevin. Olajuwon with that tremendous quickness on the spin move draws Duckworth's 4th personal foul.
Olajuwon built his reputation down on the box, and whenever he can get this kind of position and they get an open lane, he's going to create all kinds of problems. They come back to a pick and roll.
The double on Smith, the steal by Buck. Drexler, Porter, Maxwell back, Perry all the way, bump, fouled. It's on Vernon Maxwell. It is his 4th.
What Portland has done, when we talked about that reacting defense as being one of their keys, is not allow the the pick and roll to take place. Porter comes in, Vernon Maxwell runs by, so the Trailblazers get one, as they have given.
Blazers only 8 turnovers tonight, and the Rockets with 16.
It's tough to operate when there are 3 and 4 people around you, and the Trailblazers know that they're trying to come inside to Olajuwon to get some high-scoring opportunities. Cliff Robinson.
Buck jams it home. Buck Williams, and again, the cutter to the basket and an excellent pass.
Don Chaney looking for a quick 3 here to maybe change the complexion of the ball game.
The only quick 3 that he got there was the clock hitting 3 minutes left.
Thorpe again out of control. That is his 6th foul. He will leave this ball game.
Otis Thorpe fouls out. 2:53 to play. He leaves with 14 points and 11 rebounds.
They came late. They're leaving early. And Otis Thorpe's drive tells them perhaps their Houston Rockets do not have a chance to win tonight.
And we go to it. Isn't that right? We have Wetzel tonight. JR, we had Shallow.
Maintained, and that's what the Trailblazers have done as they lead the NBA in the race for #1. The Chicago Bulls struggling right now after a huge February and March. They seem to have fallen off a little bit. They had a huge lead early in the ball.
How big a game is this for Portland?
It's the division right here tonight. Winning this ball game virtually seals the Pacific Division for them. The Lakers then would have to win all of their ball games. They still have a couple of tough ones coming up for them.
Vernon Maxwell mugs Cliff Robinson, and the foul is called. Well, Vernon will never win A grades in citizenship. Cliff couldn't believe it.
An emotional ball game. Maxwell disappointed. They wanted this win. Certainly that would have kept their surge for the division lead going. And Don Chaney realized that his team was up against a very tough team, and the Trailblazers have shown their mental toughness tonight.
John Kopech came by, wanted to say hello to his mother, Naomi Dorr, and the family living in Veneta. Mickey and Cindy Barrett from Albany came by, said go Blazers, and Scott Booth and Brian Peterson wanted to give a big Rip City hello to family and friends in West Lynn.
Free throwing is improving.
5 for 5 tonight, and Steve, he was 72% last month. That's the best month of his pro career at the line. Drexler knocks it away, quick hands. Blazers force another turnover by the Rockets. 18 Houston turnovers, and Portland's made only 8.
Again, you see Olajuwon. He'll make a play on the ball if it's sitting out there. Nearly a steal on Drexler. Portland wants to use time as they spread the floor. They'll come through Drexler trying to create a pick and roll or a passing situation.
Larry Smith back into the ball game for the Rockets. Pass to Williams and scores again. And that's the third or fourth time tonight the Blazers have found a cutting Buck Williams right at the rack. He has 18 points, 9 rebounds.
They've surrounded Olajuwon and forced him out either off the box or forced him to give the ball up.
Buck Johnson collides with Porter. Nothing called. Buck throws it in. He has 18. 101 to 88. Blazers lead by 13. A moment ago led by 15. That was their largest of the game. Portland now will use the clock as an ally. Robinson. Almost a spectacular play. Three-point try, Vernon Maxwell. Got it.
That's what Chaney was looking for earlier. Something that would cut down on Portland's momentum. Maxwell, who had been sensational tonight, that's his first score in the fourth quarter.
Has 26 points, 4 3-pointers. Robinson to Kersey. Almost threw it away. Against all the traps and the pressure, the Blazers have handled the Rocket defense extremely well. Clyde with 26 points. Olajuwon fouled with 54 seconds to play, and the Blazers leading by a dozen. Foul is on Buck Williams.
You don't want to stop the clock, but the Trailblazers have reacted so well to the ball that they almost think they can make a play on it every time they pick up the personal, and Olajuwon goes to the line.
And I need to remind viewers that our telecast is presented by authority of the Portland Trailblazers solely for the entertainment of our audience, and any rebroadcast, reproduction, or any other use of the pictures, descriptions, and accounts of this game without the express written consent of the Trailblazers is prohibited. There are some rather impressive milestones. Consecutive ball game. Ties the team's all-time record for longest winning streak in a single season. They set that at the start of this campaign. Porter, kick out to Ames. 4-3. Rebound, Olajuwon. Buck Johnson for 3. And we've got a whistle along the baseline with just 25 seconds left. Blazers are about to win their 11th straight. And on this road trip, win their 5th consecutive game. They will try for a road sweep tomorrow night. Over and back violation, Portland ball.
The Rockets certainly have nothing to hold their head down about tonight. They came out with a tremendous effort. They ran into a superior force, and we'll find out whether they learn anything from this loss. Portland will see them again in just a short period of time. And
join us at all our closed circuit locations, including now TJ's in Sandy. Danny Ainge holding the ball, shot clock at 15.
Maxwell waiting for some instructions, but Portland doesn't want to do anything with the ball but just run out the clock. They can end up with a shot clock violation. I think it would be 1/10 of a second at a separating shot clock game.
Clyde thinking 3. The Blazers do turn the ball over on the 24-second violation. 1 second to play. Blazers will go to 58 and 18. 26 and 13 on the road. The winning streak will be 11. Their margin over the Lakers is 3. It is over in Houston. Final score, Portland 103, Houston 93.
Blazers had a tremendous second half with ball movement and attacking the basket. That's really what created the foul problems for the Houston Rockets, was their movement and the fact that they were able to find people at the basket. And when you're at point-blank range, your percentage is going to improve. And when the Trailblazers were down, that's where they begin to pick up the slack. The pick and roll, that is the strength of the Houston Rockets, and they begin to unravel. Maxwell with a turnover, Drexler out in the open court. He bobbles the ball, but again, it's the presence and marvelous athletic ability that takes him right to the hoop. And a score as the Trailblazers continued that huge rally in the third quarter. Cliff Robinson finding Buck Williams going to the basket. When that happens, the Trailblazers are very tough to deny and
lose your rhythm. So he wants to keep these guys game sharp, and the only way to do it is to play.
The late official, Bill Oakes, will toss the ball in the air. Kersey and Olajuwon jump. The opening tap goes to Houston. Number 11 is Vernon Maxwell.